welcome. Whether you're simply curious or already feeling a strong yes to becoming a guide with Sedona Mystical Tours, I just want to say thank you and that your presence really means a lot. So over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through what the role really is all about, and I hope to answer all of your questions and probably even more. It'll take about 10 minutes or so feel free to take me on a walk or settle in with a cup of tea as we share this time together. Tours, we create experiences that are deep, personal, empowering, inspiring, and uplifting. What we do is beyond just leading people to and explaining about the vortex energy or just facilitating a meditation. Our guides are space holders, listeners, healers, and speakers for the energy of the land. Our tours help people align with their purpose, navigate life transitions, and reconnect to something sacred within. The people who find out about us are often on the healing path, and some seeking clarity, others may be in a life transition, or just simply genuinely curious to learn more about the vortex energy. This may be their first time doing something like this, or they may already be in the healing arts and want to deepen their awareness. Either way, they're usually open and often looking for support, insight, and a deeper connection. So we offer a handful of different private tours, which are all designed to meet clients where they are emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The main ones are our vortex tours and the healing and sound healing journeys on the land. We also offer yoga excursions, which aren't as common, so I won't go into too much detail here, but if that's something that's of interest to you, just let us know and we're happy to share more about that with you. So for the most part, our tours run between 2 and 3 hours, and they're customized for each client based on their intentions, their desires, and physical abilities. There is hiking involved, which can be anywhere from a few hundred yards to about 3 miles or so round trip. But it's never about the hike, and the focus is always more about the healing experience. So here's a quick breakdown of our different types of tours. Our vortex tours focus more on the connection with the land and its energy field. It's about connecting with the clients to the healing energy of the land and the healing energy within, so they can experience the subtle energy themselves. These tours bring in a little bit of science, but not anything too heavy or overly technical, but just enough to ground the experience in something tangible. Our guides might talk about Sedona's unique geology and the electromagnetic field, or explore how people's brainwaves can shift in high energy places like Sedona. We'll provide some solid starting points and resources for all of this, but we also really value our guides who take the initiative and dive deeper on their own as self-study, which is a big part of growing in this role, if that's something that this info is new to you. So also for the healing journeys, which are more personal and intuitive, are guided by the client's intentions. Some people might just be looking for deep emotional processing, or maybe they're grieving or going through life changes, and others might just want more restoration and relaxation. We also have our 3-hour tour, which is a combination of both the healing and the vortex tour. And then lastly, our sound healing journey brings instruments like singing bowls and a drum or a flute, for example, out on the land to create a sound bath experience with the healing energy of the sacred land. What we're looking for is people who hold a deep respect for the land and for each person's unique path, who feel solid in their own practice, whether that's in energy work, sound healing, somatic movement, or coaching, and who can really hold space for others with presence and attention to each person's individual needs. We're looking for someone who is comfortable guiding people through experiential practices, tuning into where they are emotionally and energetically, and creating intentional space that helps them feel safe and supported. We ask that our guides approach each tour with presence, professionalism, and intention. We expect our guides to show up with full presence, and if for any reason they can't make a tour, it's their responsibility to find a replacement around it within the team. Also, the dress code should be professional and respectful with modest coverage. We ask that our guides always respect the land with leave no trace practices, with respect to the environment and all souls that are involved. We ask that all guides hold a neutral and inclusive tone, steering clear of any political, religious, or conspiracy-based topics and anything that's, too woo-woo or out there for our clientele to relate with. So if you're in doubt, feel free to reach out with any questions about this. Our bigger intention here is to create a space that feels approachable and grounded. We want people to feel safe and included, especially those who might be newer to this kind of experience or to this work, to help them feel truly connected, not just intellectually, but emotionally and energetically too. Part of what makes this work so special is that each guide brings their own unique gifts to each tour and every experience. At the same time, we do ask that every experience includes some type of energetic and healing element, as well as engaging the senses like smudging, essential oils, and using sound healing instruments like a tuning fork or chimes to help people ground more into the present space. So if you're just getting started and don't have much in the way of tools, it's no worries, as we do have a few things that we can lend to help you get going. When it comes to scheduling, we have 3 general types of guide roles. Some folks take on more of a backup kind of a guide, meaning they're available occasionally, maybe 0 to 3 tours per month, and they don't guide at vortex sites that require permits. Next are our secondary guides doing anywhere from 3 to 8 tours per month. And then we have our primary guides who take on the most, which is anywhere from 8 to 14 or more tours a month, especially during peak season. For our primary guides, we do expect them to keep their calendars up to date in real time so we can coordinate quickly when a new booking comes through. And then for the secondary guides, they're encouraged to keep recurring availability and extended time off updated so we have a better idea of the schedule when things get busy. As far as timing goes, peak seasons are from March through May and August through November. Summer tours tend to happen early in the morning or later in the day when it's cooler, while winter tours are usually scheduled midday for warmth. As a guide with us, you'll be working as an independent contractor, which means you'll be responsible for your own taxes and such. If you're offering additional services like energy healing or yoga, we highly recommend carrying liability insurance, and one of the most accessible options that we found is through Be Yogi, which offers plans tailored for this kind of work. So we've spent many years building relationships with our clients, and we want to continue honoring that. So if one of our clients wants to book again with you, we just ask that you send them back through the company. This keeps the integrity of the container strong for everybody involved. We also provide bonuses for repeat clients and also have a commission program and referrals if you are ever interested in using our permits and insurance to bring your own clients to our permitted sites on the land. So the compensation varies depending on the experience and the type of tour. After your initial shadow period, you'll begin at a base rate, and then there's opportunity to grow from there. We do our best to support guides who are building their own tool kit with an allowance for things like sound healing tools or ceremonial materials. And we're here for people who feel deeply called to this work. Those who care about holding space, offering healing, and creating meaningful connections. So if that's you and it feels like a yes in your body, we would truly love to hear from you. If what you're hearing resonates, the next step is to submit an application, and from there we may invite you to join a complimentary Vortex tour. This gives us both a chance to see if it's a mutual fit. If we decide to move forward, You'll begin with shadowing tours, just observing the flow, and from there, you'll gradually start participating, maybe leading a sound healing or an integration, and then eventually facilitating more of the experience. Usually after about 3 tours, if it all feels aligned, you may be invited to guide a preliminary tour with one of our mentor guides present. After that, we'll check in together to see if it feels in alignment and if you're ready to begin leading tours on your own. So feel free to reach out with any questions, and if you're ready to take the next step, to submit your application. Thanks so much for watching and for considering this path with us.